never seen anything like this. This is exactly what we need. It's definitely the future. I think you are a pioneer in this. The old marketing ways don't work anymore.
What we do is that we don't just like install AI agents and say like bye-bye. That's not what we do. What we do is we'll try to put a client acquisition system that is sustainable and scalable for real estate agents. So, the first thing is ad, and you probably know about ad, Meta, including Facebook, Instagram, but we're not talking about that. I think your one, we're going to talk about database. So when we talk about database, we'll focus on both text and phone call. So it's not this and it's not this or that, it's this and that, right?
Gotcha.
And we work with you to send, because AI are expensive, so we're going to send SMS first to see if they're interested, just like we did with you. So we send a hook, an SMS with a hook. For example, hey, this thing is coming up, I'm having this special promo, whatever. That could be any sort of text. We work with you to establish what that text is. And the best part, we can split text. We can send 5 different kind of texts to 5 different groups of people, so we can see which angle will work the best. Right?
Yep.
So we send that, and if someone reply, that's when the AI kick in. So so we save so much money by only calling people who reply yes or show positive intent.
Gotcha.
Right? So when people reply here, the AI actually have a full-on conversation with them, and it can handle objection. You don't have to train it. We actually have a template already. But we do work with you to get to that 100% mark. So before we launch any AI agent, you have to talk with it first, right, as a demo, and you have to be happy, say, hey, this is ready to go to my database. But it's only 10% of the work that you have to do, because we have a template saying this is your personality, this is your accent, this is your objective, because we've done this before, so 90% of the work is done. So you just have to come in and polish that 10%. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Cool.
So after that, the AI could just do its thing, man. It have a logic. So if someone not interested, it will not call again. If someone say, hey, I want to call back next morning, it doesn't bother you. It just call people back next morning until it receive a true objection whether this guy are interested or not. And if it's interested, it can do a live transfer, or it can book a call into your calendar. That's pretty much. That's it. And then after that, you take it from there. We don't want any more AI moving further into the relationship phase. For people who are not interested, we can, again, we work with you on what you want that to look like. We can put them into an email list where we can email them, and we can, again, if someone open an email, we can have AI calling them again, or we just put them into do not call completely and just like forget about them. Again, we work with you on what that look like. But it's only 3 or 4 possible scenarios from here. It's not that much. So it's a very, very simple process, and you build it once, you use it forever. And when you have co-agents and you have sub-agents underneath you, they use the same system. It's easy transferable. So yeah.
Gotcha. So Vico, with this, do you provide your own CRM that clicks into the back of this, or do you connect to the CRM that I'm using? How do you work it?
We provide our CRM, and however we set everything up for you. Like, you don't have to touch anything, and we give you a mobile apps that you can see every lead, and you can see conversation with AI on the go.
Great. So if I provide you with, say, 10,000 names already on my database, you can dump all of this into your CRM, and then the AI will basically start cleaning, talking, texting until we get some better quality data out of that. And then that's when I get involved, and it'll send me the links or the text saying, hey, this person is booked into your calendar, or this person wants a call back, and so forth, right?
Yeah. So we have a pipeline, and you can see, and we have a note. So every AI conversation have a summary on what the call look like, the call recording. And it's gonna stick with this contact forever. So when you download it back, when we upload, it's clean. But when you download it back, there's tags and notes everywhere. So then you can separate people. Yeah.
Cool.
But we have a mobile app as well. So yeah.
So, sorry, when you've got a mobile app, explain to me what the mobile app does.
It like you go to an app store from Apple, and you just download
Yep.
one of our mobile apps, and it's the same login as a desktop, so that you can see the lead, you can call the lead, you can text the lead from there.
Directly from the app.
Yeah, yeah. So that
Cool.
most agents are in the car 90% of the time, so they could just like get notification from the apps, and you can see real time, and then you can just step in and text over the AI real time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, that's pretty cool, man. So what's all this timeline to get all this set up? You know, how long does it take you to get it all set up and all the rest of it? And what are the associated costs, and how does it work? Like from a cost perspective.
All right, cool. Yep. So timeline is, I would say, 7 to 14 days, but it's take a lot less than that. Maybe on average it take like 5 to 10 days. But I would say 7 to 14 days to be very, very conservative. Majority of the cost is when it comes to Australia, it's a little bit regulated when it comes to phone number. So what we need is more like a 04+1, the mobile phone number. And what we need to do is apply that for your business and then build the AI. Again, we want you to test it with the AI and the prompt.
Yeah.
And then we need to attach that number to the AI. So then the number can
Gotcha.
do outbound call and inbound call. That's going to be our AI number. When it comes to the cost, man, it's pay as you go. So when this is just the platform cost, right? So it will cost you, I think, you know, all in all, I would say around a few cents, let's say 40, 50 cents per call. Only if they pick up. If they don't pick up, I don't think there's any cost. When they pick up, it's really depending on how long the conversation is, but probably looking at 40 cents per minute, something like that. But most conversation, I would say, is less than 3 minutes on average, because the AI want to keep things. We have a short conversation. We don't make it long, because the longer it gets,
Yeah, no, that's fine. I completely understand that. And how many agents have you got using it at the moment? Have you got many agents using it?
We got a lot of agents. We got a couple of agents as our clientele. Like they use the meta ad, they use the CRM itself, but this AI function is kind of new. Like we're only just launching that. That's why we're sending out the text. But some of the agents that already our client, they just don't want to use it. So I mean, like that, we got to respect that. So yeah, so this is still very, very early. But you know, we work with American people. They're very open-minded. So a lot of American people are using that, because American market are totally different. And so we got a lot of this work really well in America.
Okay, so what's the average spend a month for them in America? Like, to give me an idea of how many calls and what sort of average spend, as an example. What is it, $200, $500 a month? What's the average spend?
I would say, just rule of thumb, maybe $400 per 1,000 contacts.
So about $400 per 1,000 roughly.
Yeah, including the.
I'm not going to hold you to this. I just want to get sort of an idea.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And are there any other fees or charges? And does it get how's the finance side of it work? So if I say, hey, Vico, I'm ready to go in 3 weeks' time, what other cost involved on my end is there other than what we've just gone over?
Yeah. The other would be our consult fee, where we actually set the entire thing up for you. But just quickly, mate, you ready to start this in 3 weeks, or is it like ASAP? Just want to make sure we're on the same page there.
Yeah. No. I want to obviously look into this a little bit more, but I'm ready to start in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. When you say look into it a little bit more, does that mean looking into this system a little bit more, or just looking at the market a little bit more?
No, I just need the market to stabilize for this week, because we're not sure what to do. And then I've got to go, because you've got your own CRM, I have to go and have a look at my data that I've got that I can plonk into this and what's smart, because I want good, clean data to go into it if I'm going to give it a try, because I want this. If I'm going to use it, I want to use it for a long time, and I want to use it correctly and set it up correctly. So I want to give you the data that's proper, verified, and checked on my end. And for that will take me a little while, because I'm I'm still quite busy at the moment. So it's just a matter of process on me of setting it up. How does it all work? And it's not going to conflict with the other stuff that I'm using in the office.
Okay, so just like a little bit of process on your end. But what?
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to ask here, Sebastian, is like what, like from a system perspective, like on a scale from 1 to 10, like do you feel like this is exactly what you need in 2026 to scale your business? Like 10
100%, 100%. This is exactly what we need. It's just learning how to use it and how to maximize it and make sure we get everything right. Like I said, when I have used similar systems, not as advanced as this, I've never seen anything like this, but purely the tech side of it. What let me down then was the fact that some of the data that I had was very dirty and old and outdated and not good. So I spent a fair bit of money on text and follow-ups on dirty data, and that's not what I want to do. I want to make sure that if I move forward with this and it learns and gets better and all the rest of it, that the data that I've got is actually good data for it to give it the best opportunity to succeed.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So the system is a fit. You just need to logistics on your end to make sure it's a good.
And as we move forward with it, it'll learn better. I'm assuming it'll get better, and it's definitely the future. I can see this being an integral part of most businesses in the very near future. But I think you are a pioneer in this. I've not seen anything like this. I've not had the conversation that I've had with your AI, with any other AI, and it's very, very good to some of the other ones that have rung me.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, honestly, it is. We tested it in the American market before, so it's a fit, and it's just logistic on your end. So our consult fee, man, is 3.5K AUD.
Yep.
And then once we set everything up, there's a software fee. I think I have to check. It's $497 after the second month. So the first month we can give you the software fee. So the software fee is the CRM, the mobile app, the AI agents. That is separate from that Twilio, so separate from that text and that pay as you go, because that's going toward Twilio. I'm not sure if you know.
Yeah. So is it $497 per month?
Yeah.
Per month. And the consult fee, is that a one-off fee, or is that how does that work?
That's a one-off just to help you set up, build the AI agent, build the infrastructure that we mentioned.
Okay, cool. So that's not too bad. So about 1,400. So if I do 2,000, 3,000 numbers, cool. No, good. I got my head around it.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have any questions in terms of moving forward?
No, it's no questions, mate. I'm pretty cluey all over it. I love it. It sounds exactly what everyone should be using, to be honest with you, moving forward. I've just got to work out, like I said, my database. I've got to work out logistics, because we're already June, February, March, April, May. We're in the May, we're nearly at the end of the financial year. And I don't know what the new government's going to do tomorrow with these legislation changes and how that's going to affect stuff. But worst case scenario, I'll need to clean my data once I move forward with it. And I don't need a new CRM, so it's all included in there. Yeah, no, that's all good.
All right, so, sorry, I'm not updated. What does the government have to do? What does the registration have to do with the government? Is it?
Yeah, so the government are currently changing the capital gains tax and the negative gearing legislation here in Australia. So we've got a 7:30 tomorrow. The government's going to get out and tell us what our new taxes are, what if negative gearing is still going to remain or not remain, and how that will affect people with properties and shares with capital gains tax. So this week is probably going to be a bit chockers, because I've got a lot of investors and clients of mine that are waiting to see what happens with that to either list or buy property. So depending on those changes and how the market receives it, it's going to depend how I use my AI and my prospecting in the future as well. So
is it changing it for the better or change it for the worse?
Nah, look, I think it's going to change it for the worse. I think it's more of a tax grab from the government than what it is a proper incentive to because in Australia we still have a massive amount of demand for housing, as you know, and it's been growing year on year exponentially, especially after COVID. But what's happened now is a lot of investors have bought property in a negative gearing capacity, which means that the property loses them money at the end of the year and they can claim that back on their personal tax returns.
Yeah.
So whatever AI or whatever marketing I'm going to do moving forward has to be in line with the new legislation, what it says and what it doesn't do, because telling people that we've just done a record sale in the street via text or via an AI is not going to cut the mustard. People are just going to know that you're full of shit and it's not going to happen because the prices are already starting to move in the market. So whatever message we do moving forward has to be in line with the new legislation and the sentiment of sellers and buyers moving forward.
Understood. So, yeah. I mean, can I share some perspective, Sebastian?
Yeah, absolutely, please.
So, the government is kind of like the top guy on this equation. So whatever that they change is not just you having to deal with it. All of the real estate agent has to deal with it. So
100%.
It sounds like what the main concern here is just sorry, I'm just gonna put my. It sounds like the main concern here is just a matter of how the text was being sent out, regulation and legal advice. Yeah. That's why I want to be clear that this relationship, especially with the 3K, is that you actually get an account manager and you work directly with me and my team. Is that we work with you on what's go out there. We don't even launch the AI agents until you talk with it and you like how it sounds. And it can handle your objection, it handles your challenge. So that's not going to be an issue because we still work with you on terms of the marketing and the message. It's not a software like bye-bye, go do your own thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then the other concern, what I see is obviously the database. I think that just need like 1 or 2 days or whatever, maybe next week's max for you to sort it out. So I feel like a lot of it's just logistics. And does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's just that and you're right. You're right about what you're saying. I've just got to work out how to make it happen. But this week is a tough week. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. You mean by cash flow? Like, because I'm trying.
No, not cash flow. Like I said, I've got a couple of other projects that I'm running at this point in time as well. But everything's on hold until tomorrow's budget night. So I can't do anything this week, but definitely something that's why I reached out to you because I thought it was excellent. It's very, very good, but I've just got to find the time to sit down and work out everything around it.
When you say around it, you mean like the budget, making sure you have enough funding and stuff, right?
Yeah, enough funding to be able to do the campaign for 6 months at least.
Yeah.
That when we do it correctly, and that it's not going to conflict with my other marketing and things that I've got already in the pipeline and other messages that I'm delivering as well. Because I want this to be obviously, if it works out well, the major push and drive for my marketing, because the old marketing ways don't work anymore. So I want this to be the main, but I've already got things in the pipeline already in the marketing inspector. So I need to push that cash flow that I'm using on there over to this one and continue to drive it. And then I've also got to integrate my databases as well. So I'm going from an office database to a centralized database with yourself. And then I'm going to have to work out every good lead that we get, how do I integrate that into my other database? So it's like you said, there's a bit of logistics that I have to work out how to do. It's just a matter of whether I do it at the beginning of next week or the week after, and get all the pegs in the hole, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Appreciate you explaining it. So it's just a matter of when, not if. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a matter of if.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when, mate. Like I said, I really enjoyed having that conversation. It was very, very good, and I believe it's got a lot of legs and can assist and help my business grow. So.